The following is a live sports presentation on Glycod.
Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by Priority Radiology.
Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod. We are thrilled to bring you the action here at Holy Cross High School in Southern Louisville as the Holy Cross Cougars host the Providence Pioneers. Providence 0-1, Holy Cross 1-0, and alongside two-time state champion head coach from Male High School, Chris Wolf, I'm Paul Najar, and Chris, this promises to be a very competitive game right from the get-go.
Yeah, looking forward to this. So you got a bounce-back look from a Providence team that, had a rough one last week against an upstart New Albany team. And then you have on Holy Cross, they were going to ride that momentum. Paul, they won it at the late in the game on a two-point conversion stop, and so we'll see who picks up the momentum tonight and takes it on to week 3.
And you never, in your career, the last 16 years, prior 16 seasons, you were at Male High School. You're over off Preston Highway. You're at Alumni Field, or you're on the road playing some big game. What's it like for you to, come in and call a small school game like this? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm anxious to see schematically how the small schools do it. They got smaller guys. Now, in all fairness, Paul, I started out at Hancock County. So I did a good, 4, 5, 6 years at the 1A, 2A, 3A level. So I understand about the two-way guys and that injuries can really play a part quickly because you're playing so many guys two ways. But it's all about, like you and I talked before the game, feed the studs. See if these guys get your best players the ball at any level, but especially at the lower levels. The more touches they get, the better chance you have for an explosive play.
And the fireworks will be going here at Alumni Stadium here at Holy Cross High School. Tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Strike and Spare in Clarksville, Indiana. To book your next outing or party, visit strikeandspare.com or call 812-945-6625. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare. Coach Wolf, you can't ask for better weather than this on a late August Friday night.
We're 2 for 2 on the season, Paul. Last week was beautiful. Got a little humid late, but you can't complain about that in August. And here we are we're on the edge of September coming in, and this is a beautiful night. Beautiful
weather, sun all over the field. We'll get the shadows creeping in through the first half. But that's our weather forecast brought to you by Strike and Spare in Clarksville, Indiana. To book your next outing or party, visit strikeandspare.com or call 812-945-6625. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare. And folks, when we return, you'll hear from visiting head coach, Providence head coach Dan McDonald, talking with his former head coach at Male, Chris Wolf. So you'll want to stay with us. We'll have Coach McDonald. We'll have Coach Eric Dick from Holy Cross later on in the pregame show. So stay with us. More to come. Southern Indiana High School football Friday night on Glycod.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties. When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
I'm Dr. Seth. Around here, we like to say we are not your average orthodontic practice. We're not your average anything, really. We are 100% family-owned, guided by Christian values, and we've built something that's about much more than just straightening teeth. And we're proud to be, by far, the most generous orthodontic practice to our communities, because this is home, and we believe that we are one big, beautiful human family. Our atmosphere? Light, fun, and easygoing. There's no referral necessary. Consultations are totally complimentary. And with flexible, super friendly financing, we are here to make orthodontics as stress-free as it can be. At Ernstberger Orthodontics, we believe in not just creating healthy smiles, but a happy, wholesome experience every step of the way. Come see the difference. Smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Allstate's car insurance rates have gone down, which means your savings are about to go up. Check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Find out how you can get great auto insurance at a lower price. Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. Contact Packy today for a quote that could save you hundreds at 812-202-7271. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands.
So I can see far, I can't see near.
And welcome back. It is Glycod pregame show. We're here with Providence head coach Dan McDonald in his 6th season, right, Dan? 7th season. And now we got Coach Chris Wolf to interview his former assistant,
DC.
And we'll let you take it away, Chris.
All right, Coach McDonald. So this is game 2. I saw last week's game. We watched that. Had a lot of offense, but couldn't finish in the red zone and made some critical mistakes. What have you seen out of your team this week?
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. It was critical mistakes in the red zone, a lot of missed opportunities, and that's not to take away from the job Coach Clark has done with New Albany. I mean, that's a different culture there, and they were very much a improved team over last year. But this week we responded. We got hit in the mouth a little bit last week rather. We're banged up. We've got 4 or 5 starters down, but the guys that are available, they've fought hard all week. They've worked hard, and we'll be ready to play tonight.
Let's talk about this Holy Cross team. They won an nail-biter last week. They jumped out on top of Du Bois. It was Du Bois' grand opening of their field, so a lot of energy there. They were able to hold off on a 2-point conversion late, so they got a little bit of momentum. What have you seen from this Holy Cross team?
They're a fiery bunch. They don't have a lot of players on the roster, but they've got players on the roster. A lot of football players on the roster. Guys that are willing to go both ways. Guys that fight tooth and nail to win. Eric does a good job of getting those guys ready to play, preparing them, and they're a darn good football team.
Let's talk about what you think your guys need to do tonight to get your first win of the season and get back on track.
we have to be the more physical football team. We have to take care of the ball. Last week against New Albany, I think we missed a lot of opportunities, but by that same token, we gave away a lot of opportunities. We fumbled the ball several times, had an interception in the red zone. You can't do that stuff and win football games. So we had to take care of the ball, and we had to be the toughest football team.
All right, very good. Coach McDonald, good luck tonight, buddy.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach.
Right.
That's Coach Dan McDonald. The Providence Pioneers will have more. Stay with us on Glycod.
Allstate's car insurance rates have gone down, which means your savings are about to go up. Check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Find out how you can get great auto insurance at a lower price. Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today. Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong, and it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction, some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mac Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
And welcome back. I want to remind everyone tonight's keys to the games are presented by Northside Security. Mention Glycod to receive a free video doorbell with monitored subscription. For more information, call 812-282-3142. Northside Security, where service and protection meet. Keys to the game from head coach Chris Wolf. First for the visiting Providence Pioneers, Chris.
Well, like Coach McDonald said in the pregame, number one, you can't be -3 in the turnover game and win at New Albany. They were -3. They had some special teams blunders too. So certainly the obvious one is you can't turn the ball over. You got to take care of it, whether it's through the air or on the ground. So that's number one. Number two is defensively, they got to handle the Mr. Everything for Holy Cross, Jarek Hoover. Fantastic stat line from last week, 7 of 9 passing, 100 yards. He accounted for all 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 in the air for 100 yards in passing for that game. He also had 3 punts, averaged 40 yards. So Providence is going to have to figure out a way to contain him. The offense goes through Hoover. And then finally, it's the mental bounce back. The New Albany game, you're facing a team that lost 16 in a row. They have a new staff. Coach Clark's a dear friend of mine, and it's hard to get your kids ready. You can do it all day, but 16 in a row, they know, and they blew them out the year before. So I think you're going to see a focused Providence team tonight after that tough loss last week.
Now, tonight's keys to the game presented by Northside Security for the homestanding Holy Cross Cougars.
Yeah, just to piggyback on what I just said is Holy Cross needs to be ready for that focused Providence team. One of the things about great coaches like Coach McDonald, who's a state champion coach, is after they lose a game, you usually get the best version of that team the next week. So I know Coach Dick and his staff realize that they're going to get the best version of Providence tonight, so they definitely need to be ready for that. And last week, Providence had 350 yards of offense, so they have some explosiveness on offense. So I think it's going to be critical to Holy Cross prevents that big play. And then finally for Holy Cross, they won that game late. They stopped a 2-point conversion, so they have that momentum, and you want to build on that momentum week 2. Carry that momentum and have that confidence from last week and play with a little swagger tonight.
And those are tonight's keys to the game presented by Northside Security. Mention Glycod to receive a free video doorbell with monitored subscription. For more information, call 812-282-3142. Northside Security, where service and protection meet. Want to remind everyone also this broadcast is authorized by Holy Cross High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We thank you for watching. Coming up straight ahead after this break, you'll hear from Holy Cross head coach Eric Dick. Stay with us. It's Southern Indiana Football Friday night on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Allstate's car insurance rates have gone down, which means your savings are about to go up. Check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Find out how you can get great auto insurance at a lower price. Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Glycod's pregame show. We are now with the Holy Cross Cougars head coach Eric Dick. And Eric, want to know, you survived last week in a tough one that had to help build morale. Even though you were up big, you were up 2 scores, just to hold on and get that first W of the season.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely, with these kids, it just let me see the resiliency that they had, because we've had teams in the past that would have folded in those tough minutes, but every time that we had someone thrown at us, they were able to figure out and rally around and support one another, and we were able to come out with a victory. It may not have been the prettiest of ones, but it was definitely a victory nonetheless.
Yeah, and you know what it takes to win in a school like at Holy Cross. You're small, your numbers. You got to rely on those 3 or 4 best players to make the plays when it counts. And you got a few of them. Talk about how they've progressed into this offense now as juniors and seniors and helping lead this team.
Jared Hoover is the guy that's going to motor us through. Last week I think he was like 7 of 9 for 100 yards, threw a touchdown, and then had almost another 100 yards on the ground, and then 2 touchdowns running. I mean, with him and Chris Rumbaugh and Malachi Watkins, they grouped together and were able to put a strong showing. And then you throw in guys like a Deion Bryn, Will Shelburne, and those guys offensively were able to take care of it. And then Colton King in the back, taking care of our rushing attack. They've continued to mature, and they continue to get better game by game. And so, a lot of those guys, Chris, Malachi, and Jarek are almost 3-year starters right now. So, I mean, when you talk about having, varsity experience, those guys definitely have it for sure.
And they bring that leadership, and they're going to need every ounce of it against a revamped team from Providence where you're dealing with a new coach. You're dealing with a new, not a new coach. McDonald's been there 6 years, but you're dealing with an opportunity to see. You beat them last year at their place. They beat you 2 years ago at here. Both high-scoring affairs, but they've got a challenge ahead. You've got a challenge ahead against this team.
Oh, no, absolutely. Daniel McDonald does a fantastic job, and I know every time that we play them that we're going to, we can't beat ourselves. We got to be able to, we got to limit turnovers, and we got to be able to, limit our penalties as well, because they're not going to give you anything. So for us, it's just going to be able to play and do what we need to do, because we can't worry about that. We can't worry about them. I know they're going to be soundly coached, and I know they'll have a game plan put together for us. Daniel, like I said, Daniel does a great job, and he's done a great job ever since he's been there. So, it's just going to be about going out and, playing the best version of us and being the best version of us that we can be.
Fantastic stuff, Coach Eric Dick. Good luck to your guys. Have a great game tonight. Folks, we'll have more to come on Glycod as we roll along. Pre-game show is Holy Cross hosting the Providence Pioneers.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
I'm Dr. Seth. Around here, we like to say we are not your average orthodontic practice. We're not your average anything, really. We are 100% family-owned, guided by Christian values, and we've built something that's about much more than just straightening teeth. And we're proud to be, by far, the most generous orthodontic practice to our communities, because this is home, and we believe that we are one big, beautiful human family. Our atmosphere? Light, fun, and easygoing. There's no referral necessary. Consultations are totally complimentary. And with flexible, super friendly financing, we are here to make orthodontics as stress-free as it can be. At Ernstberger Orthodontics, we believe in not just creating healthy smiles, but a happy, wholesome experience every step of the way. Come see the difference. Smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ernstberger Orthodontics. Smile with us. State Farm Insurance Agent Teresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
And welcome back to Southern Indiana Football Friday night. Southern Indiana Football Friday night. It is the Holy Cross Cougars hosting the Providence Pioneers alongside former male head coach and state champion head coach, two-time state champion head coach Chris Wolf. I'm Paul Najar, and as the captains are out on the field, we talked a lot about small schools, what you need, and how you develop over time with what you have. This Providence team, they got a big roster over there. Coach McDonald has got a lot of guys out for him.
Yeah, you get that success, state championship 2024.
Yes.
And everybody wants to be a part of it. And Coach McDonald has done a great job over there. They had some tradition early, their state runner-up in the early 90s. And then he just capitalized on that. And now we're in year 7 for him. Big roster, big expectations, and, he does a fantastic job.
We'll be talking about a few guys nicked up in that first game of the season, and as it is still early and temperature still with the humidity and the heat index in the 90s, Chris, you got to take care of those guys who are prone to those muscle cramps, right?
Yeah, if it's a muscle cramp, something like that, you're usually going to see them in week 2, and they might not be able to finish the game last week. But if it's a serious soft tissue injury, they might be down for a couple weeks.
Well, we will see how these guys get out to play. Coach McDonald, I know, mentioned that he has a couple of guys that may be out, but we'll see how that develops as we are going to get ready for kickoff. We'll take one more break. When we return, we'll have the kickoff. Holy Cross to receive from Providence. Stay with us on Glycod.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
From Glycod, it's Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by Priority Radiology. You have a choice. Tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Interstate Batteries. Reliable starts with Interstate. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. They do it right the first time. German American Bank. Building communities since 1910. Matt Construction. Construction excellence you can build on. Clark County Youth Services, serving youth and families in a safe and caring environment. Northside Security, where service and protection meet. And by Deering Floor Center, Tommy's Express Car Wash, and Strike and Spare Family Fun Center. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Southern Indiana High School Football, presented by Priority Radiology.
And welcome back. It is Southern Indiana Football Friday night on Glycod. The Providence Pioneers 0-1 on this season, but the 2024 Indiana State Champions coming to play at Holy Cross. The Cougars 1-0 after a 1918 last-second win over Du Bois High School last week, where they stopped the two-point conversion to earn that win late in the fourth quarter. Alongside former two-time state champion male head coach Chris Wolf, I'm Paul Najar. And Chris, we're ready to begin. Captains for Providence, 0 is Kalen Sipes. The kicker, Gabe Bermudez, number 4, and number 56, Jorge Reyes Nino. And for Holy Cross, number 1, Markel Wortham, number 4, Jaden Smith, who is out tonight, and number 6, Jarek Hoover, number 8, Brady Thompson, and number 9, Asher Clark. We are ready for kickoff here at Holy Cross Alumni Field. And I think that's Bermudez to kick.
Paul, we got a little bit of smoke and fireworks as it came out. So I'm liking this small high school football. It looks pretty good to me.
And you got the smoke from the grill over here, which is, I'm smelling that good. The kick is off left side of the field, and that goes out of bounds, across the sideline. Flag on the play, automatic start now at the 40.
Well, he can choose. They can choose to make him re-kick. Normally they take it, but we'll see what happens here.
And
should be to 35.
At the 35,
yeah.
Yes.
It's a 25-yard penalty from the 40. So
that's it.
You got it. And it looks like I don't know. I think they're going
to re-kick it.
Yeah. You can do that. You can do that, especially if you got dangerous return guys.
And you got Malachi Watkins back there to receive, as well as Will Shelburne. Watkins is a speedster, and you see him creeping up to about his 10, near the 10-yard line.
Well, let's see if this field position
or
play
past the 10-yard line
by Coach Dick plays out. So they were going to get it at the 35, so we kind of play that what-if game. And your first indication that maybe you want them to re-kick is that they kick it out of bounds on the opening kickoff, and you're like, well, okay, if they're that worried about it, maybe we should make them re-kick.
And you've got, as we mentioned, the two returners approaching the 15 to receive. And we'll start it again.
Getting some instruction from Coach McDonald right before the kickoff there. That's interesting.
Yes, that was the gunner on the outside. So you got Bermudez stepping into this one. And that's a squib kick through the middle of the field, picked up on the run by Watkins. Watkins gets across the 40 to the 50. He's got some speed. He's down the sideline across the 30, and he's brought down. Great finish there. Malachi Watkins, that's why you re-kick, Coach.
That's right, smart move, Coach Dick. Absolutely, make them kick it to your best guy and see what happens. And big change in field position right there. Smart move.
Malachi Watkins was aggressive on picking that up on the bounce at about the 15-yard line, and he took that across the 30, and it's first and 10 to 26. Yeah.
Wow, great. 25. I mean, just fantastic field position. Yeah, you can't ask for better than this. You're already in the high red zone, Paul.
High red zone for Coach Wolf's team at Mail was anywhere across the 50. That was it.
Okay, looking to the sideline.
We've got under center Colton King, or not under center, but he's back there to receive that pistol snap. Handoff straight up the gut. That is
that was Colton King, number
Colton
7.
King, it was.
Good run.
Okay.
Off tackle. Holy Cross showed what I would say is a 12 personnel, two tight end look, motioned him, and then Colton King, their big guy, 190-pound running back, got about 8 yards on that, 7 or 8.
Second and let's call it a long 2, as it's Jarek Hoover at quarterback. He's number 6. He'll get those snaps. He'll run it, and you'll see King run it. You'll see Watkins run it, all sorts. And a flag on the play stops that from beginning.
Yeah, it was a motion again. They motioned on the first play, Paul. They motioned again, but I think maybe going towards the line a little bit too fast.
And you got to maintain your poise on those motion calls. So now instead of second and a short 3, we'll call it second and a short 8.
Yeah, it's rough. You know, you had a second and 3, you're feeling good, and now you're back to second and 8, but still in great field position, so. Playbook's wide open right here.
Deion Brent, number 18, wide to the left. Malachi Watkins in the slot left for Jarek Hoover.
Providence showing a 5-man line. Actually probably got a corner walked up on the line.
The snap, roll left. Hoover looking. He gets around the edge. He's going to take it and run, and he gets across to about right at the 20-yard line, so he picked up that about 3 yards on that one.
Sprint out pass concept, Paul. You got a low hitch route from the outside receiver, inside corner route, and then you got an athlete like Hoover can run. So you got 3 options there. It's a nice concept.
Now we work on this 3rd and 6 play, as you've got Jarek Hoover looking to the sideline. Empty backfield, 3 wide right, 2 to the left. Near side. And they look right away, that quick hitter, and they turn it upfield. That is Shelburne for the 20-yard touchdown.
Nice call. Little stick, what we call a little stick route by the inside receiver. You spread them out, and you just try to see if you can get one of your close receivers to be uncovered. Providence left 2 in the box, and I understand why, because Hoover's such a threat. And Hoover had the easy throw to that inside slot into the boundary. Nice little stick route. Really good concept by Coach Dick and his staff.
And 6-0 on the board. And now to kick is Cooper for the Cougars. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good. Oh, no, wide right. We missed it right. So it's 6-0 here, 10:54, just over a minute gone from this one. We'll take a quick break. When we return, Providence with the football. Stay with us on Glycod.
Watching Southern Indiana high school football on Glycod.
Jeff Burke. And welcome back. It is Southern Indiana Football Friday night on Glycod. 6-0 early lead on a terrific kick return from Malachi Watkins. He flipped the field right away. He took it about 50, almost 60 yards on that return. And now we have Jeff Burke, who just off to the right on the extra point. He puts his foot into it, and it will get bounced at about the 15, picked up at the 11, and here comes the Providence return, man. That's Kalen Sipes, one of the captains. He goes out wide left across the 30 to about the 34-yard line, brought down there by Malachi Watkins.
Really good first drive for Holy Cross. I just want to mention again, they emptied the backfield, and so Providence left two guys in the box. The Will linebacker stayed in the box, which left that inside slot receiver wide open. They capitalized on it.
And it's just a great read by two seniors in quarterback Jarek Hoover and wide receiver Will Shelburne. And now in that power I, the handoff up the middle. Not much there, but that was Nico Fondrisi, the quarterback, is out there for the Pioneers.
Yeah, Paul, last week he left late in the game. It was near the very end of the game on a late hit, actually. And so good to see him out there.
Fondrisi, definitely their best option at quarterback. The young man can throw it, he can run it. And right now, out of the shotgun, he gets it, fake out with the shoulders turned, and then he hits his target. That was
Leeser.
That's
the big kid. He's 6'6". And again, he just ran a little stick route, actually to the sticks. The first down stick turned around, and the ball was on him. So he's a big target, Paul. 6'6", 185.
185, Noah Leeser, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, they tried to throw some deep stuff to him last week, so only had one catch, but they did try to go downfield with him.
First and 10 at own 48 for the Pioneers. They are going to pull that ball back.
Yeah, it was the slot or the wing, however you want to call it, to the left. He's just leaning a tad forward, Paul, and he got called.
First and 15 from their 43. The Pioneers, just great tradition, and in the last decade, little over 10 years, they've won state championships in football, volleyball, soccer, I believe softball as well, and done great in baseball. Great program at Providence, and that handoff, the counter action to the right side, gets back those 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a little power sweep, pull the backside guard, lead with the fullback. Providence under center for most of the snaps here. You don't see that a whole lot.
You don't, not in high school ball.
No, you don't see that
or in college.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of the coach from Providence, the longtime coach, the Italian name. What was it? Coop, can you help me out here? I'll think of his name. He's a legend over there. He played at Louisville. Actually had a remarkable story about him as a Louisville player. And it'll come to mind. Fondrisi hands it off again, but is that middle clog? No. Tiptoeing his way through the backfield and into the middle of that defense.
Yeah, just a little what we call belly play in the wing tee. They got a lead blocker there. It's just kind of an ISO play. But it's really efficient for Providence. I think they had 6 on that. So there's a little softness. They're finding if they can stay ahead of the chains, they might be able to grind out a good drive here.
They will need another 5.5 here on 3rd down into Providence territory. Roll right, flips right. That's complete to Hudson Fry. Hudson Fry turns it ahead across the 40 for the first down.
Nice little sprint out pass to the quarterback's right, and you had 3 levels there. He actually hit the low level, and give the receiver credit. He went towards the first down marker and got it right away. So a nice drive here by Providence to answer.
2 first downs so far for the Pioneers. They are now 1st and 10 at the Cougars 38. As they come set, tight formation, one wide receiver right, Fondrisi under center, gives it right back up the middle. It is their big 56, Jorge Reyes-Dino.
You don't see 56 in the backfield in 6A a whole lot. So now we're down here to smaller school football. I love seeing 56 in the backfield.
Let me think. You were a running back in your day. Did you play with a big number? Running back, linebacker.
Well, I was the last guy to get a jersey, so I got 47 in high school.
Oh, it's a little bit. I was 50 until I got to high school. So I was quarterback, running back, whatever, kicker, punter, and in grade school ball, number 50. That was it. I didn't have another uniform to fit. And now they 2nd and 8. There he has an option on the left side, and they found it, and that is wide. In for the score. Sipes for the touchdown. 38 yards on the run. And we are tied here at 6.
Give Coach McDonald and his staff credit. And this is good at any level. But when you find something, particularly on your first drive, stay with it. Make them stop it. And before they can get to the sideline. The belly play has been working. And the hole got bigger there. And I believe he was untouched.
He was. And a little too much action down there.
That's going to be, do you take it to 1.5 and try to get
two?
Or just decline and kick if you feel good about your extra point team, you just get the point because they missed, so you just want to get this point.
Yes.
You don't want to be too cute.
Bermudez to kick, and it will be Fondrisi to hold. The snap. Oh, there's the fake. Fondrisi floats one to the back of the end zone, and well executed right there. The 2-point play. Fondrisi, I can't see if that's 0 or 1.
Well, I love it. I love it. They declined it, I think. So then you think they're going to kick it, and somehow they got the call in there for the fake, or maybe it was a fake from the beginning. I don't know. But brilliant play. I love it.
Noah Leeser for the score. So for the 2-point play, we'll take a quick break and return with the kickoff. 8-6, the Pioneers over the Cougars on Glycod.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Southern Indiana football Friday night on Glycod. Alongside Chris Wolf, I'm Paul Najar, and we had a lot of action, Chris. 7:19 into the 7:19 to go in the first quarter. It's both teams have scored, but it's 8-6. Providence up. Let's see how they if they want to kick this one off to Malachi Watkins again. They do not. Up back, gets it at about the 23, turns it upfield. That is Markel Wortham. He gets about 20 yards out to the 38.
Well, we got an answer from Providence. Holy Cross got the opening kickoff, went down, had great field position on the kickoff and scored. Providence then answers with some hard running, physical between the tackles. I'm anxious to see if Holy Cross goes back to that empty set again, or they keep it in their back pocket for when they want it later. Two tight end look, or an off-wide tight end, I guess.
Wide receiver in motion. They fake the handoff. Does Hoover, and he hands it off to King, Colton King. He's going to get through that line for about 4 yards, 5 yards. Tough earned 5 yards.
Physical runner. It says 190 on the roster, and the way he moves people around, I'd say he's pretty close to 190, maybe a little more.
You've seen your share of great running backs in your day. We'll see how these running backs from both teams produce today. Quick pitch out to King. He has an edge. He's going to stiff arm, gets around, gets the first down across midfield, and pushed out of bounds at about the Providence 48. So a nice 8-yard run on 2nd and 5 for the first down.
Great perimeter blocking. The outside receivers there were really doing a good job covering down on the Providence defenders, giving him that edge to get to the sideline.
So 1st and 10 Timeout, Providence. So we'll take a timeout as well. Be back in 30. Stay with us on Glycod.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back. It is Southern Indiana football Friday night. The Providence Pioneers 0-1 last week. Had a great game, but just couldn't capitalize. A few too many turnovers last week at New Albany, and they come in looking for a win. They're up 8-6 here on Holy Cross. The Cougars moving the ball here on their second possession of the evening. Hoover takes it himself, finds a hole up the middle. He scoots through for the first down and down to the 31. A well-designed play there for the Cougars.
Yeah, Paul, I love the play sequencing. So you had the toss right before the timeout, show this exact same look, the other hash, fake the toss, and then let Hoover run it. Beautiful play sequencing by Coach Dick and his staff.
As we approach the midway point of the first quarter, Cougars looking for another score in motion. Watkins doesn't get it. The counter action comes back to King. King gets met at the line, but he spins ahead for about 2 very hard-earned yards.
Yeah, nice misdirection. They didn't get a lot out of it, but a lot of eye candy for the defense. You had the deep motion, jet motion. Then you had a double puller concept with the back coming from the other side, but Providence did a really good job of stopping that, just a 2-yard gain.
I have a feeling we'll see that later when Providence might be a little tired late in the game.
Sure, yeah.
Give them that look again, see whose head's on a swivel and who can find the ball. Hoover, sprint left, looks, release, to the sideline it goes, and that is complete. Yeah. Down inside the 20 to about the 17. That was the catch by number 18, Deion Brent.
Yeah. Another rollout, this one to the left. Only saw one receiver out there. He just sat down on the sideline. They put it out there to him.
He was hiding out there, and they at 1st and 10 at the 17, and King up the middle he goes. And, boy, he takes a lot of hits every week.
Yeah, nice physical run there. Providence made him cut back, and there wasn't a lot of room there, so – Good defense there by Providence. It was similar belly play to what Providence is running, but Holy Cross runs it out of a gun set.
A little easier to handle, I'd take it, as the officials confer on something.
I don't know what it could be.
I did not see a flag, but the conference is breaking up now, so the official going to relay that information to Coach Dick.
Oh, I didn't see it. Did they send the guy off?
They say illegal participation, 5 yards.
I don't know if a guy must have already went off because I didn't see anybody go off.
I don't know if it was on the last play. Too many men on the field.
I'm assuming it did, but
yeah. Well, an additional 5 yards tacked on, so it is first and 3.
Yeah, looks like first and 3.
No, they're going to call it 2nd and 3. It got to. Okay, you had all that time to. Now we got to make another decision here. If it's 1st and 5, they should move it back a little, but that's what it says on the board, 1st and 5. But it looks like it's really 1st and 3, Cougars. Hoover gets the snap. He's going to follow his block. He shifts right, and he slips down on the dirt area of the field. And you see Colton King 10 yards downfield with his block on the ground. You love to see that.
Yeah, Hoover just kind of lost his feet, but you're right. King was down there about 10 yards getting an extra block, trying to finish the block. But Hoover had a little bit of space, but there's like a little patch of dirt, and he just kind of fell in it.
2nd and 4 now. The Cougars out of the pistol, pitch left to King. He's got some room. He cuts it upfield. He runs through a defender, carries some tacklers down inside the 2 to the 1, where he's pushed out of bounds. Cougars 1st and goal.
We're going to talk about that perimeter blocking again. So I believe it was number 18 out here, Dion Brent, locked up the corner for Providence. And I thought if that went to Providence's sideline, everybody on the sideline would be yelling holding. But they still threw it. It went to Holy Cross's sideline. It was a late flag, Paul.
Late flag. Yeah. I saw that. It's just going to negate that run, so they're going to go back to about from where it was.
And I think if the receiver would have let go after the ball carrier went past him, I bet it doesn't get called. But he stayed locked onto him.
He did. He held that block to the end. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 17. I think they got 5 yards wrong here on the scoreboard. He's going to throw. Hoover down the middle. It is tipped.
Play.
Well defended there by Wyatt Bourne.
Nice play. They had a nice little throwback concept to number 1 there.
Wortham.
And number 11, was that Bourne?
Bourne.
He just kind of undercut it. Might have been able to get an interception there, but a nice play for him to get a PBU, pass breakup, on a critical call there.
At the 17 of Providence, the Cougars now face 3rd and 9. Hoover in the pistol. One back, King to his right. He fakes it to King. He's got him wide open.
Yeah.
There's Brent for the score. Yeah. 17 yards on the connection.
They spread him out there, Paul. It was clearly a cover 0. There's no help at all. So 18 kind of did a little bit of a double move and just opened up. Beautiful throw. And, right now, everything's clicking for Holy Cross on offense.
They are making things happen, and they've taken a 12-8 lead. They are lined up to kick, but the swinging gate formation. And now they get traditional. And Jeff Burke will attempt the extra point. Up 12-8 are the Cougars. The ball is down. The kick is up. And Burke puts it through, so it'll be 13-8 here. 4:17 remaining in the first quarter when we return. Providence gets a chance to respond. Southern Indiana football Friday night on Glycod.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back. It is 13-8. The Holy Cross Cougars leading the Providence Pioneers here. Just 4:17 to go in the first quarter. I mean, in less than 8 minutes. Chris Wolf, this has been a heck of an offensive performance from both teams.
Paul, are all these games like this? I mean, this is a wide open, down the field, score. The other team gets down the field and score. Really impressed with Holy Cross. Their scheme, they're spreading them out. They're running it effectively. They're throwing it effectively. And then we'll see what Providence. Providence had a very effective physical drive. They're going to maybe want to slow this game down a little bit and get back into stay with that belly run and try to eat some clock and slow down this Holy Cross offense.
48-35 Holy Cross won last year. 2 years ago here it was Providence 28-14. And that kick gets down inside the 10, mishandled, picked up, and looking for a lane. Can't get back to to about the 15. And he brought down Sipes.
Yep, this will be the worst field position for either team. This is drive 4, I guess, of the game.
Yes.
But so now Providence is inside.
inside its 20.
Yeah,
They're at about
20.
the 17, right where Holy Cross just scored from the 17. So they'll pick it up from there. The Pioneers, 1st and 10. But in these games, it just takes one play to flip the field. Andrisi hands it off, and there's the hole to Reyes Nino.
I think Coach McDonald would be happy with a 12-14 play drive here and just bleed it out and slow down Holy Cross, but also keep moving the ball down the field and hopefully get another score and take the lead here. But they got a lot of ground to take. Paul, it's hard to score without an explosive play, one explosive play on a drive. So they got to get one. And the drive that Providence scored, the explosive was the touchdown run.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
That's why they just kept chipping away, making good plays, making progress, production out of the offense, and then they got the big one. Vondrisi.
The
sweep right, and following his block to about the 27. Could be a first down there.
Nice, just a fullback kick out. They give it to the halfback, pull the backside guard through the hole.
And Sipes gets the first down to the 28.
I don't know what Coach McDonald, we ran that as 38 sweep.
Yeah.
Maybe he calls it 38 sweep still, but that's one we ran.
Get on the headset. Let's see what they do for you.
Yeah.
You could probably call the offense for them. There you go. Up the middle again is Reyes Nino, but he is met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. No gain.
Yeah, not a lot on that one. But they get off the hash. They're in the middle of the field now. 2nd and looks like 9.
Yep. Got a yard, so 2nd and 9.
They're having a little bit more success running to that tight end side and bringing the kick out with the fullback.
See
if we get that look here.
Another tight formation.
Nope.
Pitch left, and there they got to get that wide blocking. Can they get it? They cannot. Sipes.
Yeah, Sipes made one guy miss, but there were 2 more guys after that, and Providence just wasn't able to secure the edge as well as Holy Cross has done early in this game as far as the perimeter blocking. And so
I'd like to do some football history of the Louisville area with you. Sipes is an important name in Southern Indiana and in Louisville lore. And I'll get to that story here in a moment as this 3rd and 8. Vondrisi rolls right, tosses right, and puts it into the ground short of his intended receiver, Noah Lacer. So it'll be 4th and long. They're going to bring on the punt unit.
Yeah, so another, kind of a 3rd down flood. He had 3 guys. The middle receiver was open this time. But just couldn't get the ball there. When I say middle, I mean the intermediate route.
Yeah, and you could see it. It just didn't seem like he stepped into that well enough.
Yeah, the ball just came funny off the throw. You got to get your feet right. People think that rolling out makes it easier. Sometimes it makes it harder rolling out and throwing. 2 guys back deep.
2 back deep. One of them is Malachi Watkins, who had that opening kickoff returned. And that punt picked up on the run at the 38 on the far side, gets across midfield. There's still going is King to the 40. Inside the 40, he's brought down at the 39, so only a net of about 10 yards on that punt.
Yeah, that's Holy Cross is clearly winning the field position here. The opening drive was short. The second drive, they had a little bit of ground to cover, but again, they're on the plus side of the 50 again here.
33-yard kick, a 23-yard return. So at the 39, the Cougars will start. The Sipes name. You know the name Cheryl Sipes. You ever remember that name, heard that name? Cheryl Sipes.
I want to say yes, Paul, but
he was
the
a
answer is truly
superstar,
no.
super-duper star at Flagey High School. He was a year ahead of the Golden Boy, Paul Horning. And one of the main reasons Horning went to Notre Dame, because his best friend Cheryl Sipes was up there, and they were going to have a prolific backfield as the Cougars give it to Watson on the jet sweep right. He's going to turn it back left. He goes back to midfield. He needs one block. He got one block. His speed across the 20, the 10. Does he get there? He gets there for the score. Malachi Watkins, but there is a flag on the play. And that was a block that was beautiful, but I think there was one in the back.
Yeah, that's going to be illegal. That's a crackback. Probably when the guy you were just talking about, Paul Hornung, when he played, it probably was legal.
Oh, it was legal. Hey, when you played, it was legal. It wasn't until Hines Ward.
Yeah.
That's the Hines Ward block right there.
But that block is now illegal.
Hornung's mom.
But back to your story. Now, all of that happened before I was born.
Yeah, and before I was born.
Oh, okay.
But you got to know that Cheryl Sipes
history.
in the 50s, they were going to be a super tandem up at Notre Dame, and he blew his knee his sophomore year when the Golden Boy was a freshman. But Cheryl Sipes was, Hornung says he was 10 times better football player than I was, or running back, because, the Hornung did everything.
Yeah, he was the man.
But he said, I've got to know that Sipes' name, well, we'll find out after the game how if there's a line of
we're going to get that empty set I've been telling you about.
Now you got it.
Now, Providence goes cover 0, so they do have the linebacker out on him now. There's just nobody deep. So McDonald decides to go –
timeout?
Decides to just go 0 and leave 6 in the box to contain Hoover.
Well, let's stay here on this with 41 seconds of play. We've got all our first quarter breaks in. Want to remind everyone that Glycod would like to thank our corporate sponsors for being part of tonight's live, free-to-watch high school sports broadcast. If you're a business owner or decider and would like to grow through our promotion of high school sports, please email us at info@glycod.com. So with this timeout, we'll take it back to reset 45-yard line. So it's 5, 10, 15.
So the timeout came from Providence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Interesting to see what Coach McDonald. So this is the same set they scored on. Shelburne caught the pass. The linebacker did not bump out. They left 2 in the box plus a safety. Now they moved the guy out from the box, so Shelburne is covered down. He's in the same spot he caught the pass, but they still have 6 in the box, just no safety now.
And do you think they will adjust the safety back, or do you think they want to attack that quarterback?
I'm anxious to see. McDonald called it, so I'm anxious to see what he's going to do.
He might have a surprise play here, huh?
Well, no, it's really just a configuration. They're spreading you out. It's just a numbers game, and he may want to do personnel matchup if you're going to go cover 0 and make sure you get a good cover guy on Shelburne, number 16.
And a good cover guy on Watkins, number 2.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Now you see a different guess. I think that's what you have. Nope. They're actually bumping off. We're getting a 2 safety look now. So he totally changed the look. Interesting. Totally changed the look.
And the snap, Hoover looks into that zone, into the zone. Nice job inside Sherman Smith to the Pioneers 41.
A nice little, just a curl route. And Hoover just sit in the pocket, and he threw a bullet. Like, it was a beautiful pass.
He got 13 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 12. 13 of that 15-yard penalty back. Hoover, 2 wide to the right. He rolls right. He's looking downfield to the sideline. It goes incomplete to Malachi Watkins.
Yeah, another sprint out. So one thing I've noticed, we get a lot of sprint out of these two teams. That one was Hoover running to his right, Providence's sideline, and it looked like they only had one receiver that was in that area. They had the other inside receiver kind of go across the field, which I thought was interesting because Hoover's running to his right and the receiver's going all the way to the other side of the field. I don't know how he's going to make that throw, but it may just have been a distraction or a decoy.
4 seconds remain. Last play of the first quarter, unless we have a penalty. And there it is. Nice hard count. Yeah. Good job from Hoover to draw the offsides penalty, encroachment penalty. So it'll be 3rd and about 7 for the Cougars.
Just really smart coaching right there. It's 3rd and 11 or 12, and just go ahead and get a hard count and see if you can get a cheap 5. you're really in 4-down territory here, Paul. So now you're 3rd and 7, and you got 2 plays. That's a whole lot nicer.
I have a feeling 7 will get the ball here. Colton King to the left of Hoover in the backfield. 3 wide to the short side here to the left. They fake it to King, roll left, and he's going to get that first down on his own. Hoover sprints across the 30 to about the 27, 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. That's the end of the first quarter. It's Holy Cross 13, Providence 8 when we return. We'll continue along with this Cougars drive deep into Providence territory. More to come. Southern Indiana football on Glycod.
I'm Dr. Seth. Around here, we like to say we are not your average orthodontic practice. We're not your average anything, really. We are 100% family-owned, guided by Christian values, and we've built something that's about much more than just straightening teeth. And we're proud to be, by far, the most generous orthodontic practice to our communities, because this is home, and we believe that we are one big, beautiful human family. Our atmosphere? Light, fun, and easygoing. There's no referral necessary. Consultations are totally complimentary. And with flexible, super friendly financing, we are here to make orthodontics as stress-free as it can be. At Ernstberger Orthodontics, we believe in not just creating healthy smiles, but a happy, wholesome experience every step of the way. Come see the difference. Smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back. It is Southern Indiana football on Glycod, and we have a good one here alongside 2-time state champion head coach, former head coach from Male, Chris Wolf. I'm Paul Najar. And Chris, a good first quarter. Lots of action. Took about almost 40 minutes to get that one done. The Cougars 1st and 10 at the 28. Hoover takes the snap direct. He moves right. He dances through around the right end. He runs over a guy and gets inside the 25 to the 24 for a good 4-yard pickup on first down.
I am loving what I see out of Jarek Hoover right here. He's throwing the ball down the field. He's making plays with his feet. He's making people miss when he runs. And then that run right there, he lowered his shoulder. Just a fantastic-looking young man at quarterback.
He is a player making plays. And that's what you like to see. You have these 2 tradition-rich programs. And
well, Holy Cross is going to, from what I've seen here, Paul, Holy Cross is a handful. They, with the quarterback that can do it all, and then in the passing game, they got some real threats down the field, and you have a quarterback that can get them the ball. It's a little bit of back and forth. Does Coach McDonald want to try to contain Hoover and get single coverage on Shelburne and some of the other threats? Of course, they got Colton King that can run between the tackles. So now
he's got options.
Yeah, really liking what I've seen so far in this Holy Cross offense.
That's Jake Glotzbaugh, number 18.
And what Coach Dick and his staff has done to kind of capitalize on what they have.
Jake Glotzbaugh, he is being helped off the field. You see him walking fine after that tackle. I think he probably took the brunt of that fall into the chest, and good to see him walking off the field under his own power. 2nd, and let's call it a long 5 for the Cougars at the 24-yard line. Doing a good job. Parker Allen on the snap there, the center for Holy Cross. Out of the pistol. Hoover sends his man in near motion. He fakes the handoff, gets it out quick. Malachi Watkins gets a block, gets inside it, but he's wrapped up at the 15, let's call it the 14. First down, Holy Cross once again, about a 10-yard completion, Chris.
Yeah, just want to mention Hoover, what I'm seeing, this accuracy of him. Last week I mentioned in the pregame, he was 7 and 9 last week. That's 78%, Paul.
That's an excellent performance for a high school quarterback. And 100 yards. So it's not, these aren't just little handoff type passes. Hoover again from the left hash. He pitches right. Colton King, he has a seam. He gets up through it. He gets taken down inside the 10 at the 8. That was Jorge Reyes Nino who got him down. It'll be 2nd and 5. These plus plays on first down are huge for a team, right, Chris?
Yeah, what I'm seeing, Paul, is the perimeter blocking by Holy Cross is very physical. And so they might be able to do this toss several times.
They fake the toss. They're looking for a seam up the middle for Hoover. He gets about 2.5 just outside the 5, call it the 6. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Again, back to, I love the play sequencing and that you have a good toss play and then you have a counter off of that with the quarterback run. Just really smart and efficient play calling by Coach Dick and his staff.
So just outside the 5-yard line, they got to get to the 4 for a first down. There's a snap. They fake, and they go up the middle. Colton King, 6 yards. He carries the ball in for the score.
I love it. The misdirection. You have Watkins that come in that motion with that speed, and then you got King getting the ball underneath it. It's a lot to handle. And right now, Coach McDonald and staff's got to find some answers. But there's a lot of weapons on this Holy Cross team. And they're posing some real problems to Providence right now.
Hoover to hold, Burke to kick. The extra point here is Holy Cross up 19-8. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it looks like he pulled it left. And no good, so it's 19-8 here. 10-14 to go in this second quarter when we return. Providence will have to answer here. 2 touchdowns in a row from Holy Cross. Stay with us. More to come. Southern Indiana high school football on Glycod.
You're watching Southern Indiana high school football on Glycod.
Yeah, I've had...
Welcome back alongside Chris Wolf. I'm Paul Najar. We are here at beautiful Alumni Stadium here at Holy Cross High School. Southern Indiana high school football. It's the Providence Pioneers down 19-8. And Chris, you used to coach with Dan McDonald. He was one of your guys. Your tree is pretty big right now from your years at Mayo and your years at Wagoner and even up in Northern Kentucky. What would you have a conversation with Coach McDonald right now?
Well, Coach McDonald knows his team and his personnel better than me. Right now, I'm seeing it as a personnel issue. Like Holy Cross, you have the athletic quarterback and throw. You got the receiver Shelburne getting down the field. You have the quick Watkins kid, and then you have King running between the tackles. Well, I just mentioned they've got a lot of weapons. This Holy Cross team is no joke.
And that short kickoff to the 20 was taken back about 11 yards across the 30-yard line by Trenton Taylor. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pioneers at the 30.
It would be really important if Providence can get an explosive play on offense here. It's tough for them to just grind it out. It's nice to eat the clock, but you got to get some scores on the back end of it now that you're down 2 scores.
You haven't seen the ball in the air much. Is that maybe a result from last week, just trying to avoid those turnovers?
Well, when you look at what Holy Cross is showing in the secondary, they're playing a little bit of depth. Like, they're kind of playing back a little bit. There's not a lot that I see that's easily open down the field. And then you have this play right here, and so now you're at 2nd and 10. Nice play by the DB.
Yeah, the DB right there, Will Shelburne, number 16, right on it. The pass was intended to Noah Leeser, and he just got his hand in there, snuck it in, and incomplete.
The Holy Cross's secondary, I've been watching their structure. They look very sound in the secondary, Paul. There's not any easy throws that I can see where you can attack.
You got the big 6'6" fella, Leeser here, short side of the field. You've got Shelburne lined up against him. They're going to run that cross action left side, and that will gain about 6.
No, I really like Sherman Smith.
Hudson Fry with the run. Hudson Fry with the run. Yeah,
Sherman Smith from Holy Cross. Really love the fact he's at depth, and that's what my point was, that they're playing at depth. But he comes all the way downhill and makes that tackle. Nice, sure shoulder pad tackle right at the thighs. And, that's probably why they can play with a little bit deeper safeties. Those safeties really come up and tackle well.
And he's only 5'8", 140 pounds, but Sherman Smith, as a senior, he put the hit on him, stopped him in his tracks there. Fry gets 6 yards. It's 3rd and 4, empty backfield as Reyes Nino spreads out wide. They're going to run it quarterback right up the middle. There's a flag on the play. We'll see who that is on, I believe.
Now, one problem with having
Sipes got the first down.
Yeah, having 56 in the backfield, he cannot go down the field and catch a pass. So he could catch a screen, but he's not going to be able to go down the field and catch a pass.
So illegal motion on the offense. So they're going to go back to the 36 and mark it 5.
That's
so
that's another kind of self-inflicted, Paul.
Yeah.
And you were 3rd and 4, so
now you got 3rd and 9 and.
So yeah, they emptied the backfield and they send the back 56 out wide, and quarterback run, but they got a motion on one of the linemen. So 3rd and 9 again.
3rd and 9 for the Pioneers.
Can they get it down the field in the passing game?
The Cougars so far have been tough as nails defensively. There's the blitz off the edge, and he can't find anyone outside. Fondrisi just throws it away. Did he get it across? He didn't get it across the line of scrimmage.
He's okay.
They did throw the flag for intentional grounding.
We got a late flag.
He didn't get it across the line of scrimmage, and I thought they took that out of high school, that you got to get it in the line of scrimmage, but I think that's the call.
Let's see. Yeah, it was a late call. It's probably going to be grounding, or intentional grounding. I think you're right, Paul. I could not see.
Illegal forward pass or intentional grounding. Yep. So loss of down, 5-yard penalty. It'll be 4th and 14 from the 26.
Yeah, Providence is reeling right now, Paul. Things are on the struggle bus for Providence.
And a good punt here could help them, Gabe Bermudez, but they've got King and Watkins, 2 very dangerous runners, back to receive this punt. So from the 26, that punt is fielded at the 37 by Watkins. He goes around left side. He's across the 50, across the 40. He's got speed, 1 to beat. He cuts across across the field, and he will run it in for the score, but there's a flag at the 24-yard line. We'll have to see who that one's on after Malachi Watkins goes 63 yards for the touchdown.
Paul, we have 3 flags on the field. I don't know if you saw it, but there's one at the 39 on the Holy Cross side. And that one came out early. I believe Providence had too many people on the field.
Oh, boy. That would not.
And then you had, I think those were both, the other 2 on Providence sideline were blocks.
Blocks.
Yeah. So a lot to talk about, Paul. So if you have any stories.
Yeah. We've got more.
Yeah.
We've got Cheryl Sipes mentioned. We've got Paul Horning mentioned. And, of course, if you're mentioning Flagey, you got to mention Howard Schnellenberger. And then you got guys like the great Coach McGrath from St. Denis sending kids like Chris Dishman to DeSales, the Catholic system, coming into play. And 2 of his sons, John and Kevin. And Kevin's an ACC official, legal block and black. Decline. And what's this one called?
I don't know. You got me on this, Paul. Am I allowed to say I don't know?
I don't know. You're totally fine. Because I don't know either. Where are they going to?
What was the flag on the Holy Cross sideline? He just pointed to the sideline but didn't give a signal for it.
Now, if at the 40, that's, because the penalty here that was called is the furthest back. The penalty up there would have taken him, of course. So,
but what was this penalty?
I don't know. It was
early on, so I thought it had to be something on the offense.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe we'd get a replay of the down but anyway, the ball's at the 50. So
3 flags down, but the one penalty that counts occurred at the Pioneers 40.
Yeah.
So at midfield, the Cougars start their fifth possession. Sweep left. Brent gets an edge. He gets 10. He gets ridden out of bounds after about a 15-yard gain. I'm sorry, that's not Brent. That's Will Shelburne, number 16.
Dion Brent, I just got to mention this. Number 18 is doing an unbelievable job blocking on the perimeter. He is just locking up. That's why these runs are going, people. Number 18, Dion Brent, is locking up and doing a great job blocking. They can get outside right now at will.
The 6'3", 160-pound junior, Brent, making good things happen for his Cougars. As this time it's Hoover. He's going to try and get around the right edge. He's pushed back. He's going to lose 3 as he runs out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, smart too. Dion Brent, they came to his side. He actually took his hands off knowing that he didn't have position to prevent the holding penalty. So I'm just loving seeing this perimeter blocking. You can tell the Holy Cross staff has really drilled it. And it's one of those things you don't talk about a whole lot, but it makes a huge difference in the game.
Your wide receivers and tight ends and running backs, they get that extra block, big plays, make bigger plays. And Hoover just takes that off the left edge for about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, a nice little hole there, and I didn't see the sand pit this time, but it did kind of slip down. But can't blame it on the sandbox like it was the other one.
3rd and 8.
Two down territory here, Paul. What do you think?
Sure do. Got to get to the 26 for the first. Hoover looking, goes to the corner, and he finds Watkins. Incomplete.
I want to say that was a perfect pass. Beautiful. Like right over the shoulder into Watkins' hands, and then the defender for Providence, what was that? Was that Bermudez?
That was, I think it was Austin Cronin. 26 or... I think the corner
came in right at the last minute and knocked it out.
Wyatt Bourne.
But Hoover, beautiful ball, like right where it needed to be.
4th down, then they're going to get that hard count. They didn't get the flag, though.
Yeah, going to throw it. Hey, you got a cover 0 look here, Paul. Just throw it up. No safety. Pick your best matchup and throw it. Now,
he's going to step back and probably punt this ball.
Kick it, yeah.
Yep, quick kick it is. It's from the 35, and it will be downed inside the 10 or at the 12-yard line. See big number 77, Ace Foley, the 6'2", 250-pound junior down it there. So field change, 1st and 10 from the 12, and see where Providence's offense, which has been stuck in neutral for a while, see if they can come back for a good drive here.
Yeah, if they can eat some clock. They get the ball the second half, so if they can get a drive right here and get within one score, regroup at halftime, and then have a chance to take the lead second half, they'd feel pretty good about that.
There's a quick hitter, about 5 yards or 4 yards across the 15 to the 16. Got to get to 22 for a first.
Nice physical. We call that an efficient. Anything that's 4 yards or more on first down, we'll call it efficient. And so, just kind of an off-tackle belly play.
And again, that was Reyes Nino with the carry.
little different set here. Well, okay, yeah, they moved him around.
They move him to the edge and up the middle. I mean, they are really playing some conservative back in their own end. You certainly can understand it, but they need a play.
Paul, they just have not been efficient this week or last week in the passing game, and so I think those holes, the running holes, are going to get tighter and tighter until they can show that they can throw it down the field a little bit.
6 minutes to go, midway through this second quarter. Thank you all for being a part of tonight's broadcast as Southern Indiana High School football with Providence Pioneers down 19-8 here in the second quarter. They're going to take a direct snap, and that was Kalen Sipes just getting stacked up after a 2-yard, 3-yard gain. It's 4th and short, and this is one not even you would go for, would you, Chris?
Well, to be honest with you, Paul, you think about it because their punting game has not been good. Like, they had a net 10 on the last one. So, I mean, a net 10 versus going for it on 4th and 4.
Well, they had a touchdown that was brought back.
Yeah.
On that. The touchdown was brought back. So, yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to get better, and the punting game's not going to give you better field position, and we'll see here. It's a decent punt.
Really decent punt. And that is picked up at the 40 by King. King gets to the 35. Oh, he bounces off 2 tacklers. He's going to get to the 50. Can Reyes Nino get him? Yes, he can. He pulled that collar first. That might have been a horse collar, but no call there, as that is a return of 24 yards to the 36 of Providence.
Net of 13 on that, Paul.
13-yard net, and that's where the old ball coach says, boy, not certain.
Yeah.
Good punt. We got
it was a good
about
punt,
38 yards on it.
Your first hit was about 20 yards prior to that.
And he just bounced, and these guys are doing it in all 3 phases. These Holy Cross Cougars showing up on offense, defense, and their special teams have been magnificent.
Now, the last drive, Providence did get a good stop and forced a punt.
There's King, pitch wide, good wide blocking, 4 yards. Down to the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So the defense has got to keep them in the game here until the offense can get it figured out. They had a stop last time, which was big, made them punt, and see if Providence's defense can repeat that. If Holy Cross can get a score right before half, it's really going to put a lot of stress on Providence's offense.
Good crowd across the way. The Providence fans filling up the visiting sideline. And there's Hoover looking, scrambling. He moves right. Will he run it? Yes, he will. No, he won't. He finds a man deep, and it is Malachi Watkins in the corner of the end zone.
What a play. I thought he had crossed the line, but he didn't. This is what you get when you get a quarterback that can extend the timeline in the pocket. He's a fantastic talent, and wow, what a great throw and catch in the end zone. A big explosive play.
A terrific play. That one went for 33 yards. Hoover to Watkins, and there will be a timeout. Holy Cross. So we'll take a timeout when we return. Extra point coming up. Stay with us on Glycod.
Allstate's car insurance rates have gone down, which means your savings are about to go up. Check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Find out how you can get great auto insurance at a lower price. Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Alumni Stadium here at Holy Cross High School alongside 2-time state champion football coach from Mill High School, Chris Wolf. I'm Paul Najar, and Chris, an impressive performance all day, all through this first half, especially from Cougars quarterback Jarek Hoover.
I'm loving the Holy Cross offense. A lot of weapons, but Hoover is the guy, man. He is the straw that stirs the drink, Paul. And extending the timeline, making a throw to the quarter of the end zone, and he doesn't miss on his throws. He is accurate as can be. Very impressed with that young man.
Oh, they are going to go for 2 here. Lined up 2 wide left. Hoover gets the snap, and he weaves through the defense for the score. Was that Hoover?
Yes.
Yes, it was. Hoover with the run.
Yep, lowered his shoulder, just run between the tackles. So here he is escaping and throwing to the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. Then they go for 2, and he just runs it right up the middle, lowers his shoulder. And, wow, what an impressive performance by the Holy Cross offense in this first half.
27 points they've put up on Providence so far. It's 27-8, and it doesn't look like they've just been methodical. They've run their plays, they've run their sets, and they've done a good job at both.
Well, a lot of weapons there. Of course, we start with Hoover, but then you got King in the backfield who's getting physical yards. Watkins with his speed who can get it on the jet or he can catch it down the field. And then
Shelburne and Brent.
Shelburne and Brent. Brent doing a fantastic job blocking. Like I said, it is, having all of those weapons and those guys are performing at a high level. This Holy Cross offense looks very dangerous.
Just wait till they get Jaden Smith back.
Yep, there you go.
Son of a former Mayo coach, track coach.
He was a big reason. He was a track coach at Mayo. He was winning state championships. We were going to 5 straight state finals, and he was a big part of that because we had guys playing track and football. It made a huge difference for us.
And here is the kick and return,
Sipes.
and there's the big play. Sipes gets out to the 38, about a 22-yard return for Sipes.
Well, if Providence right now, you got to get a drive and you got to try to get a score. We got to settle down. And Sipes has been your guy. Can you get him the ball in some space and see what he can do? But they need some explosive plays on offense there, Paul.
They really do. Fundrisi at quarterback gets the pistol snap. A quick inseam wide receiver screen. He hits Bermudez, but Bermudez drops it as he was hit right at the line. That little bubble screen action.
Yeah, just kind of coming back in on that screen. And it looked like it was set up pretty well. It hit him in the hands, but he just couldn't handle it.
It just doesn't look confident when they put that ball in the air. And let's see if Fundrisi can make another play here. 3:51 to go in the second quarter. He has 2 wide left. He hands it off right side on Bermudez. Go through.
I think that was Sipes.
Or Sipes goes through, sorry. He gets about 2 yards. 3 yards, call it. So it'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of 3rd and longs. And like I said, they have not shown in the 2 games that I've watched. I know they hit Sipes for a 40-yarder last week against New Albany, but there has just not been much down-the-field passing game that's been efficient.
They've got that tight formation. Single receiver right side, fake it to the right, come back to the left, and a good 4 yards, 3-yard gain, call it. It'll be 4th and 3 as Sipes gets another 3 yards.
I think I'd go
4th and
for
2.
it here.
Yes.
At least, a minimum is a freeze right here to try to get a cheapie. But the way the Holy Cross offense is going, it's 4th and 3. You're netting 10 or 13 on a punt.
No.
I think you go for it. Now, obviously, you'd love to get a cheap one on a freeze, but Holy Cross probably too disciplined for that.
And coach speak freeze means?
Meaning you're going to try to get them
Get
hard
them
count.
offside.
Yeah, hard count.
count.
Maybe a better way to say it.
There we go.
But I'm going to put the ball in Sipes' hands, I think, and see if he can get me the first down.
And he does get it. He goes left side. And he gets across midfield, and he gets an extra yard beyond. So 1st and 10 at the Cougar 49 for Providence.
Daniel McDonald, I love it. That's exactly the way I would have looked at it. You got to look at the whole game, and your defense is struggling. 4th and 3. Give it to your best player and get that first down. Smart football, Coach McDonald.
They go up the middle this time. Reyes Nino, and he traipses through the line for about 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6 at the Cougar 45.
That was a big first down, and now they got an efficient physical run on first down. So you're getting close enough now that you can maybe take a shot at the end of the half for a touchdown, but you don't want to give it back to Holy Cross.
Got Brent on the sideline. He's been good in pass defense. Reyes Nino, and he gets tripped up. A really good job by Brady Thompson with that tackle, number 8. So it'll be 3rd and long 3.
Providence with 1 timeout, so he's going to keep that in his back pocket as long as he can. He's got two downs to get this first down.
Minute 20 to play, second quarter.
Little belly, it's there.
And he's got the first down and more, about a 10-yard gain there on 3rd and 3.
He's going to need to speed it up here, Paul. Now, if you want to run it, you can, but you got to just kind of get back up on the ball. Gary, that's what they're doing. Get back up on the ball, hand it off again.
Clock stops,
yeah,
restarted, and they go right up the middle. It'll be 7 yards on first down, and the Pioneers feeling it with 1:03 to play. There is a Pioneer down. He is that was Sipes.
Yeah, I love it. We had a little purple call, Paul, and that means, hey, get back up and run that thing again.
Same.
Yeah, purple. Let's go. 40 seconds now. They got to hurry up.
They've got everyone lined up.
And I know he's wanting to run it.
There
you
you
go.
fakes
There's
the
your
run.
fake. Nobody open.
He goes to the flat.
He goes low. Nice.
Out to Bermudez. Or is that Leeser? Leeser, number 2, and he gets the first down, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock at the Cougars 13 or 12.
Did he get out of bounds?
No, they had to call timeout.
Who called timeout? No,
Holy Cross
called
did.
timeout.
So you've got, we'll stay right here. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 13 with 30 seconds to go.
Now, strategy-wise, Paul, he had to get out of bounds because Holy Cross would not have burned their timeout there, I don't think, right?
No.
But I couldn't tell if he did get out of bounds. Did you see the signal that he was out of bounds?
I thought they waved it right away, and it went in 30 seconds stopped.
So if he did get out of bounds, I understand the timeout by Holy Cross. You can regroup. The clock stopped.
Take a rest.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out.
But if he didn't get out of bounds, then you just gave Providence a free timeout to talk it over at the 13. But we may never know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The official came over to tell Coach Nick and Holy Cross coaches something. I don't know what relayed there. But with this, 1st and 10 at 13, I mean, how do you defend this? Do you put some pressure on? Do you say, let's
like one of the I think you could bring pressure here because they got to him once before. Daniel's got Coach McDonald, has got a timeout in his back pocket so he can run it here. But they don't. There you go.
2 wide right. And the fake, it runs left and right into trouble there. Sipes gets hit by Asher Clark. They get a yard, and now their final timeout is being utilized. Providence taking the timeout, talk with Coach McDonald.
So off of the Holy Cross timeout, we'd like to have come out with 2 plays so you can still keep that timeout because you still have 23 seconds. So you just talk to them and say, hey, run this and this, right? Maybe get up on the line and throw one to the end zone. Still, you can keep that timeout. But now no timeout, so now you're in a struggle here. You're going to have to get back up on the ball. You don't want to spike it and lose it down. So I think, right here you have to give them 2 plays.
You definitely, he's got to get 2 plays, and they're both pass plays.
Yeah.
You
could run it. You could run it and get on the ball and throw it like the next play. You have time to do that, but not a lot.
But notice with only 5 officials on the field, Chris, I'm a little leery of that. Only because of who's going to spot that ball and will they get in position,
Well, you teach your guy to run the ball to the hash and hand it to the official.
There you go.
That's 4-minute offense. You say you do not give the ball to anybody. You hand it to the official at the hash.
And they spot it and go.
Yeah. Yes.
So, Providence back and lined up.
We'll see. No timeout, so this is interesting to me. 2nd down and 8.
2 wide left to the wide side of the field. There's the fake. They're going into the end zone. And he got it. Did he get 1 foot down?
Nope.
He got it. He did. He got his foot down in the end zone. That's Leeser. And what a catch. He was draped. They had him all covered. Markel Wortham. But he got the best of it with that 1 foot down on the end, inside the end line.
Great call, Coach McDonald. And, sometimes you just got to throw it.
Yeah.
Like, he was covered.
He was.
But what do we got him at? 6'6"? He's a tall young man.
6'6" and 5'7".
But great call back at the end zone. It's either a touchdown or it's incomplete. And
I'll take the 11-inch advantage anytime. And the kick is up and through. And Providence closes the gap to 27-15 with 17 seconds left in the second quarter. It is Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Holy Cross High School's Alumni Stadium here on Dixie Highway. It is Southern Indiana High School football as the Providence Pioneers get on the board for they haven't scored since early in the first quarter. Both teams scored on their opening drive, but Holy Cross has gotten the better of Providence until this last 2.5 minutes where Coach Wolf, they put together a do-or-die drive almost.
Gritty drive, I would say. That speaks a lot to the character of the Providence kids right there. Never give up, just grind it out, make a play. Fondrisi put it right where it needed to be. Leeser went up, made the play. Just a beautiful play, really, at the back of the end zone.
Bermuda's quick kick. Across the 40 comes all these Holy Cross return men. They get north-south real quick.
Yeah, they're dangerous in the special teams game, both in the punt and the kickoff return. So I can tell you Coach McDonald is stressed about kicking this ball to them.
So they get it now 1st and 10 at the 42 with 12 seconds.
Remember the key play on the Providence score, the 4th and 3.
Yep, 4th and 3, that counter action.
Yeah. Get that first down.
Got across fit midfield. Big play. 12 seconds remain. Looks like tight formation for the Cougars. And they're lined up.
Looks like they're just going to take a knee.
Yeah.
They're going to snap it all the way back to Hoover. He's 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will take the knee. And that will be the end of the first half. An exciting one here from Holy Cross High School's Alumni Stadium. It's the Holy Cross Cougars 27 and the Providence Pioneers 15. We will be back with our halftime programming. We'll recap the scoring for you and much more as we roll along here. It is Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Need power solutions for your home or business? Visit their all batteries store at 1510 Production Road in Jeffersonville. Interstate Batteries. Reliable starts with Interstate.
Welcome back to Holy Cross Cougar Stadium, Alumni Field. It is 27-15. The Holy Cross Cougars over the Providence Pioneers, and alongside two-time state champion head coach from Male High School, Chris Wolf. I'm Paul Najar, and Chris, you couldn't ask for a better offensive script for Holy Cross that half.
Oh, I loved it. You really got to see how explosive Holy Cross can be. They only punted once. And even then, they were on the plus side. You could have made an argument to go for it, but they did a little quick kick and pinned them down a little bit. But Providence gets the ball second half. They're going to have to figure something out off defensively.
You mentioned earlier, just a little bit ago, how big that drive was to close out the first half for Providence, not just for their confidence, but to put them down 12 points with the ball here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, if he can put together a drive to start the second half, now you're within one score, and then hopefully your defense gets some mojo to try to slow down this Holy Cross offense. But like I've said, this Holy Cross offense has been fantastic, and Hoover has been as good as advertised as far as a playmaker.
What does Coach McDonald's defense have to do to slow down this offensive attack from Holy Cross?
It's hard to say because they can run it and throw it, and then you have a quarterback that can extend the timeline in the pocket. And so football is a numbers game.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, do you have the guy to win the numbers on the offense, or is it on the defense? So on defense, you got to have a guy that can lock somebody up one-on-one. But if you have a quarterback who can run and throw, now you got to get +1 on him. And
that's not easy.
Yeah, it's just a numbers game. And right now, Holy Cross has got the numbers. They've got several guys that you can't really handle one-on-one. And it really, the key is a quarterback that can do that, because then that makes you so much more explosive.
When we return, we'll have some scores from around the area. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Mack Construction. Construction excellence you can build on. So when we come back, we'll take a look at some scores from around the area. Some big games going on tonight. Male Ballard is one of them. I know that you're interested in that one, Coach Wolf. And we'll have that and more. Plus, we'll have a review of our halftime scores brought to you by our first half scores brought to you by German American Bank. Stay with us. More to come. Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
You don't have to look far to see the power of the Electrical Union Local 369. No matter the size, we have the right contractor to fill your needs. When it counts, you can count on the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 369. Contact the IBEW today.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
I'm Dr. Seth. Around here, we like to say we are not your average orthodontic practice. We're not your average anything, really. We are 100% family-owned, guided by Christian values, and we've built something that's about much more than just straightening teeth. And we're proud to be, by far, the most generous orthodontic practice to our communities, because this is home, and we believe that we are one big, beautiful human family. Our atmosphere? Light, fun, and easygoing. There's no referral necessary. Consultations are totally complimentary. And with flexible, super friendly financing, we are here to make orthodontics as stress-free as it can be. At Ernstberger Orthodontics, we believe in not just creating healthy smiles, but a happy, wholesome experience every step of the way. Come see the difference. Smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ernstberger Orthodontics. Smile with us. State Farm Insurance Agent Teresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
And welcome back. It is 27-15 here at Holy Cross High School. The Cougars, homestanding Cougars, leading the visiting Providence Pioneers. Providence looking to bounce back from a first opening season loss last week to New Albany, and Cougars looking to improve to 2-0. And as you can see on our scoreboard, we have our ticker there, and you can see the scores from around the region. Trinity being challenged, Mel Ballard, a good one, and several others. But first, right now, we want to take a look at our first half scoring. And tonight's first half scoring presented by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit Check Card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. First off, just a little over a minute into the game, it was a 20-yard touchdown pass from Holy Cross quarterback Jarek Hoover to Will Shelburne. 20 yards on the touchdown pass. The extra point from Jeff Burke was no good. It was 6-0 there. And immediately on the ensuing drive, Providence comes back with at 7:19 mark. They score on a 38-yard touchdown run by Kalen Snipes. The 2-point pass from Fondrizi to Leeser gave the Pioneers an 8-6 lead. Just about 3 minutes later, at 4:17 of the first quarter, it was Hoover again, hooking up this time to Dion Brent, 17-yard TD pass. The extra point from Burke was good, so it was 13-8 at the end of the first quarter with Holy Cross in the lead. Early second quarter, it was Holy Cross again at 10-14. It was Colton King, a 6-yard touchdown run. The extra point from Burke made it 19-8. And then at the 4:06 mark of the second quarter, Hoover connecting with Malachi Watkins. He scrambled around, made a great play, 33 yards down the right sideline in the end zone to Watkins for that touchdown. The 2-point play, it was Hoover on a 2-yard run for that extra point, make it 27-8 Holy Cross. But Providence responded with some grit. The drive to close out the second quarter, it went about 67 yards. They got a big 4th and 3 conversion and get it across midfield. And then with 17 seconds left, it was quarterback Nico Fundrisi, 12-yard touchdown pass in the back of the end zone. 1 foot down for Noah Leeser, the 6'6 wideout target. And the extra point was good from Gabe Bermudez to make it 27-15 at the end of the first half. That is a look at tonight's first half scoring, presented by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. When we return, we'll just look back at some more of that first half, recap a little more, and set you up for the second half when we return on Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back. It is halftime here at Holy Cross High School. The Providence Pioneers trailing the Cougars 27-15 alongside two-time state champion head coach at Middle High School, Chris Wolf. I'm Paul Najar. And Chris, a great first half. Obviously, we recounted the scoring, but we want to let's look ahead to see, Providence, they'll get the ball to start this third quarter, and, they got a little bit of that momentum back with that great drive at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I think the Providence team showed an incredible amount of character on that last drive. An important drive, the drive of the game for them to stay in the game. And, they pounded the ball, and then when they had a chance, they made the throw to Leeser. Fondrisi put it right on the money. Just in a very important emotional drive for them, and they get the ball to second half. And if they can put another drive together, then we have a new game. Yeah,
those 3 turnovers last week, especially the interceptions, it just seemed to put a stranglehold on this offense tonight. They just looked nervy when they were throwing. But that touchdown pass, there was nothing but confidence from everyone involved. The line, the protection, the fake, the throw, everything. And the catch. He comes down 1 foot at the back of the end zone.
No, I love the call. There was no other read. He was throwing it to Leeser, and he was covered. Yes. And then sometimes your guys just have to make a play. And so that's what Fondrisi made to throw. Leeser made the catch. You probably didn't have more than 4 inches to make that thing work. And he got his foot down. Can they put another drive together? The other thing, the unspoken thing that's going on here is the yardage and the special teams is tilted heavily on Holy Cross's side. They are starting with short fields. Providence is not. And so that's been a struggle. They're not as explosive on offense right now as Holy Cross. So that field position is really being a burden for Providence right now. So they need a good return here. They need to get a decent start to this second half and try to put together another drive.
And that's what we're about to see here as you see Jeff Burke putting the ball on the tee to set up the kickoff to the Pioneers. And what you got to remember, folks, it's a Friday night. If you ever remember how a long week of school and practice, and now we've got a Friday night game, and this is the time where focus and discipline show up or not. And that's what you need here late to close things out or to get back in it. As Burke puts his foot into it, and it is picked up inside the 15 at the 13 and out to the 30-yard line, 17-yard return. A nice return for Sipes, but picked off by Parker Allen. Nice block, or nice tackle there at the 30.
Yeah, still looking at 70 yards. That's without a lot of explosive throws down the field. And can you get chunk yards in your run game? They're getting efficient runs, Paul.
Yeah.
But not really explosive. The explosive run for me and most of the analytics is 12 or more yards. And so they're getting a few 6 or 7 yarders, but not the explosives.
Leeser out wide right, tight formation. There they go to the right side, and Cougars stacked that one up for a 2-yard gain, and that was Kalen Sipes.
Yeah, another physical run off tackle. Got about maybe 3.
Maybe 3. So 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
And see if they're going to plod along with this offense. And I don't mean that in a negative way.
Right.
They were getting 3 yards. They were getting that 4th yard when they needed. And like you said, 6 or 7. They need some more chunk plays here. The Pioneers go right again, but they are stacked up immediately and just no room to run there.
No, nothing there. Holy Cross got a little bit of a push on that. That wasn't a straight downhill play. That was more of a sweep, off tackle looking play. And really didn't get going.
Jackson Render made the stop.
And now you're looking at a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. And we just haven't seen a lot in the passing game other than the one throw into coverage at the end of the half. And we'll see if they go to the pass here.
They've got 2 wide right. They fake it, roll right, under pressure, and the release and thrown out of bounds. Oh, they're going to call a penalty.
I didn't see a flag.
He threw a flag at the end of the play. I don't know if he threw it. He is walking to the middle of the field, the official.
Oh, that was a big one.
That was a tough one to see. I didn't see it from where I was, but that's the call. So that'll move 15 big yards out to the 48-yard line.
Well, big call. Holy Cross
47.
Bailed him out there on the 3rd and long. It really wasn't open. And then the late hit, Fondrisi, who got knocked out of the game last week. I mean, not knocked out, but had to leave the game last week.
That was Render and Dowden. 58, I thought, were the chasers there. And it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Yeah, a little bit more room on that one. You got about 5, close to 5.
3 or 4, yeah. One official had it at the 50. The other one marked it at the 49. Holy Cross 49. So 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, so if they can keep, like you said, plodding along, I think they're okay with that. It's explosive as Holy Cross has looked on offense. They just want to be able to finish these drives and keep them off the field.
And they're earning every yard they get. This Holy Cross defense is bucked up, and they're really pushing that line of scrimmage. Fumble. The Holy Cross says they have it. Let's see what the officials say.
Yeah, beanbag
them out.
Yeah. I don't see a signal yet.
No signal, so it will be 3rd and 6. The ball was recovered by the Pioneers right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd and 6.
Providence has been running that belly play really just to the right side here in the second half. And they've had a little bit of success, but they're still looking at about 3rd and medium, 3rd and 6.
Yeah. They got to get to the Cougars 43. They go cross action. Kalen Sipes, he gets a great open field tackle. That was number 3, Chris Rumbaugh for Holy Cross with the open field solo.
Yeah, I thought Sipes had a lot of room there, and then number 3, Rumbaugh.
Yes.
Came out and just locked it up, picture-perfect tackle, and he was excited, and he should be. That young man came up, made what I think is a fundamental right down, what a lot of times we call that a positive tackle because he went straight down.
And now it's 4th and 5. Providence will go for it at the 47 of the Cougars. Here they go, up the middle, gut run. They're not going to get there. They get to the 45, but that's not enough. This Cougars defense, the line, it's 56. That's Render, that's Dowden. They're making stops. And 54, Parker Allen, big time on that line of scrimmage, so the Cougars will take over.
Yeah, not a lot of faith. I think Coach McDonald is not a lot of faith in his pass game right now. We had one pass. They got the penalty, but other than that, just not a lot of passing game out of Providence.
Holy Cross with possession now. 8:39 left in the 3rd quarter. Leading by 12 in the pistol. It is Hoover gets the snap. He hands it off to Colton King. Colton King darts, weaves, falls ahead for 2 yards.
But this second half is quite a bit different. It looks like we're going to be a little bit more of a slugfest. Things have slowed down, Paul.
It slowed down considerably, and Providence even they took some clock. They utilized some time on their opening drive. So see how the Cougars respond. They've had some quick strikes. Hoover in the pistol, quick out. Malachi Mitchell, he picks it up off the grass top. He weaves around. He got a great block, and he's across the 30 to 25. Ball's out, and Providence recovers. What a great block, and they're going to call a penalty on the sideline. The officials, wow.
A lot's going on here.
Wow.
Bermudez is the one that stripped the ball and recovered it. Bermudez.
Yes, he did. Number 4. And a great block on the outside. He rides the Providence defender out of bounds, and apparently somebody interfered with that Providence player, and the official picks up his flag. It was more inside the 40 where it happened.
But just an outstanding play by Bermudez to make the tackle, strip the ball, and bring it back to Providence. Really a game changer because that was an explosive play to Watkins.
And that was 20. That was down to the 23. That was almost a 30-yard play.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was 30 yards. It was at the 47 down to the 23.
Yeah, Bermudez saved the day for Providence right there. That could have been a backbreaker.
A 1st and 10 right there. But now they're going to have 1st and 10 at 23, and they're going to go in sportsmanlike 38-yard line. And the official was over here berating a kid, and I just don't understand why. It was one-on-one block. The block was down on the ground, and maybe there was a little too much participation from others. Now that's 2 penalties of 30 yards in this half. Out to the 38, are the Pioneers. Pioneers beneficiaries now of 2 major penalties, and that's what I talked about at second half when you have those smaller squads, the discipline and just the strength to do the right things all the time. Fondrisi gets it across right about the 45.
That Leeser?
Leeser.
Yeah.
He had his knee down, I think, when he caught it. So
a little quick play action and whipped it out there like just a little hitch route. Nothing major, but got about 7.
That's much more than they've gained on any first down play tonight. That is an excellent first down play. You saw there were 7 or 8 Holy Cross players stacked at the line of scrimmage. And they got to that next level. We got to see if this official is going to start the play clock. 5, no. Yep, they get the snap off. Andrisi hands it off. Left side, Sipes. And he gets about 1.5 yards, 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Providence is staying. They're going to shorten this game, Paul.
They are taking time. They definitely are.
They're going to shorten the game. They've got 3rd and 1. I'm almost positive that if they don't get it here, they'll go for it.
Yeah. Nobody shortened the game like in high school like I've ever seen, like you did last year against Manual in the playoffs, Chris. That was some incredible performance. And that 3rd and 1, they'll get 2, maybe 3 out to midfield. The push on the quarterback sneak for Fondrisi. First down, Pioneers.
Yeah, so almost to midfield here, right at midfield, really close. It's just a matter of when do they take a shot. Like, I don't think they can get all the way to the end zone like this. I think they've got to get an explosive in the pass game.
They need almost a spot pass for a touchdown when they get down closer because the way this athleticism on the outside
like
for
right
the
here,
Cougars.
I think you're going to get a pass right here. Well,
no, he hands it off, the inside handoff, and he's gang tackled after about a gain of 3. It was 2nd and 7.
Nope, first down, they just going to grind it for 3.
We've got Peyton Dunn and Richard Drever, some of the linemen up front, clearing the holes for these Pioneer run backs and quarterback. So on this 2nd and 7, tight formation, running left, and it was there for Sipes and then closed quickly.
Oh, no. I think we got our first case of the cramps.
Cramps coming up.
First case of your Friday night cramps.
So we're going to take a break, and when we return, 5:38 to play, 3rd quarter. Trailing by 12, Providence with the ball near midfield. Stay with us on Glycod.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its Face Melted! Yeah!
second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back, Alumni Stadium here at Holy Cross High School, where the homestanding Cougars up 27-15 on the visiting Providence Pioneers here on Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod. The Pioneers out of the timeout go directly to the ball, and they line up 3rd and 5 from the 46. And they hand it off right side. There's going to be a penalty marker down. Looks like a hold. That was number 28, Trenton Taylor.
That came out early. I
don't know if that was a motion penalty or a hold.
It's got to be a hold. Oh.
Personal foul.
Oh, crack
chop
back.
block.
Yeah. Chop block. So one went high, one went low on that 38 gap sweep.
One's engaged. When one is engaged, you cannot touch them.
And that's why it came out so fast.
Yeah.
They were looking at that. But with the lack of explosiveness, this might as well be a 100-yard penalty.
It's a 15-yarder, and they got to get to the Cougars 41, so it's 3rd and 22.
Brutal.
They fake. Andrisi rolls right, gets it out. That is Sipes, but what a stick. That was Chris Rumbaugh again, straight up. You get the pass. Hey, that's the way you had to defend male receivers. You let them catch it, but you better bring them down immediately or else they're gone.
Oh, that's elite tackle technique. Rumbaugh twice now has done a positive forced tackle where as soon as he hits the guy, he goes straight down. No yards after contact on any of Rumbaugh's hits.
He's playing a safety back there, and they're going to go for it here on 4th and 10. They've got Shelburne down here on Leeser. They're going to go into the slot. They were looking for Bermudez, and that was just out in front of them. The Cougars hold, and they'll get possession here at midfield.
He had some space. I was watching that. The safety was over top, and so he ran just a kind of a quick slant, which, the splash down on a quick slant, Paul, is about 10 yards, so that's what they needed. But he kind of led him a little bit, probably needed to kind of put it on his body.
Malachi Watkins walking off gingerly. He'll take a rest as the Cougars get to offense. 4:23 left in the third quarter. By this time in the end of the first quarter, we had 3 touchdowns. But no score in this second half. Hoover gets it. He follows his blocker, Colton King, left side. He'll lean ahead for 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah. Holy Cross's offense has only had a handful of plays so far the second half. Maybe 3 or 4.
Well, they had that. Yeah, they did. The second one was the fumble. Yeah. They got that big gain. Watkins was stripped on a great tackle from Gabe Bermudez. So, 2nd and 7 at the Pioneers 46. Quick pitch, Colton King. He wanted to duck it inside, but he goes outside, gets across the 40, and pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 39. It'll be close to a first down for the Cougars.
They're going to talk to 18 again. That's my guy, Dion Brent. He took his guy not to the sideline, Paul, but to the bench.
He said, "Here, young man, I'm going to block you so you could have a seat."
It was 4 yards off the field.
Wow. That is a relentless effort from Brent. Pitch left, wide side, King. He gets stopped at the line and brought down, and the Pioneers defense starting to snarl a little bit.
Yeah, they needed to get a big stop here.
Especially on first down. Yeah. Break them down.
Yeah, they went with the toss. We've seen that a handful of times now.
Toss to the grass side is a pretty good play for Colton King, isn't it?
Yes.
They find that block. They get the block.
And it all comes down to that perimeter blocking. You're getting out of Brent and the other one there.
Yep.
Now we got the rollout.
Rolls right, stops, pops, and hits his man down the field. That's Rumbaugh out of bounds at the 17.
Beautiful, beautiful throw. Right on the money. Rumbaugh caught it clean. And
23-yard gain.
Wow. Yep, that's explosive.
And they're going, hurry. So they hurry up. Hoover gets them all set. The snap to Hoover, fakes the pitch. Now he's going to pick his way up through the middle and gets down inside the 15. So a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 7 for the Cougars.
Yep, fake the toss. We've seen this play 3 or 4 times now. Fake the toss, quarterback run. Got about 3.5.
Almost 4, yeah. At the 15. They got to get to the 8-yard line for the first down. They look to the sideline, get the